All right, hello and welcome to the Steve and Jay SportsCast. This is episode 2. Today we're going to talk about a few things, and some of them being Curry coming back for Game 3, Toronto and Miami moving on to the next round, what the Seahawks are going to do with the number 24 jersey, a couple coaching changes for the Patriots, and the Yankees getting swept by the Red Sox. Today we also have a special guest, Dorell Henderson. He is the founder of Winnerz Circle Sports Group on Facebook. And also we're going to play a little fun game with him, so stick around, because you're only going to be able to see it on here. All right, hello and welcome. I am Steve, and this is Jay. And I've got a few things going on this week for today's show. How was your week, Jay?
It was all right. It was a good weekend. Jordan started his first T-ball game.
Oh, you got to love T-ball.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely brought back memories for me as a kid. He was all excited. His second time up, he went and clocked one right to center field, right over everybody. And the kid had his arm up the whole entire time as he ran to first base. So it was definitely a good moment for him. How about you?
Me? Oh, this week, work. No sports really this week for me except on television. Unfortunately, couldn't get to really anything.
Yeah, I was all over the place with sports stuff. NASCAR was on.
Yep, NASCAR.
Then they had
Brad Keselowski won Talladega.
Yes. They had the Pacers game going, and they also had Game 7 of the Charlotte Hornets and Miami Heat.
Great. All right, so moving on is our first guest today. His name is Dorell Henderson, and he is the founder of the Winnerz Circle Sports Group. And he's going to come on and talk to us a little about himself. He's going to play a little game with us that I hope you find entertaining. All right, how you doing, Dorell?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Doing well. Tell us a little about yourself, where you grew up.
I grew up in the north end of Hartford, straight north end, Earl Street. Played ball almost all my life. Got little brothers in the group, Kobe, salute, brother DeVal. Moved to North Carolina. Well, actually, first before that, went to Manchester High. Played a couple years there. I started JV. Got moved up to varsity, moved to North Carolina, played varsity there, came back, graduated from Weaver. So I did a lot of traveling, man. I've seen a lot of places. Been a part of a lot of sports, man.
That's awesome. You're a part of a couple community events that you do, is that right?
Yeah, man. We have plenty of events. Right now we have one going on. It's a basketball 3-on-3 tournament for ages 13 to 18, two different brackets, 13 to 15, and then it's 16 to 17 or 16 to 18.
Yep.
And we're trying to get everybody in the community involved, do something positive, get a good turnout.
Yeah.
We need every team, every town represented.
That's awesome.
Proceeds go to charity.
Yep.
We have a backpack drive every year.
Oh, that's good.
This will be our 4th year. We give out at least 300 to schools handpicked to us by Hartford Public Schools.
Yep.
Also, we have Turkey Drive, a community feast. We give out over 100 turkeys every year. We have a community feast. We do a Parker Memorial every year with Supreme athletes. Shout out to Stack Williams and the whole Supreme family, Swap, everybody. Winnerz Circle family. New Winnerz Circle family.
Yeah, thank you. So speaking about that, tell us a little about Winnerz Circle and what that is and how you started.
I have a popular, regular Facebook page. And I kind of got bored with it, the everyday, hey, good morning, and say something crazy. And, so I said, I want to start something else, bring a little life to it. So what I did was I reached out to my brother, DeVal. Shout out to DeVal. I said, I'm going to start a sports group. He said, whatever you do, little bruh, I support you, man. So I started it, and I just added everybody I knew, and everybody just gravitated to it. So it just picked up. It started, 50 people, then it was 200, and then it was like 500 in a year, then it was 1,000, and then we had to clean it out a little bit. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome. That's great success.
Yeah, so we have about 13, maybe 1,400 people now, and it's running good. And we branched off to, like the community page, the community events, and it just blossomed into something phenomenal.
And I definitely know you guys are definitely popular with the Summer Pro-Am too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always shout one out to you guys when you come in.
Definitely. Love the Pro-Am, man. Shout out to Peter Higgins and Kev Kirks and everybody that's involved with the Greater Hartford Pro-Am, man. I was happy to be a part of it for a few years. So
that's great. So now you started your own lawn business, is this right?
That is correct.
How long ago did you start that?
I started about a year and a half ago, and that's also called Winnerz Circle. So I have a Winnerz
okay.
Circle sports group.
Yeah.
And that turned into a Winnerz Circle community group, and also kept it Winnerz Circle lawn care. So I service the Hartford, Bloomfield area.
That's great branding.
Yeah.
You can do everything.
Yeah, under that same umbrella. Yeah,
all one name.
It just worked out. It just worked out, man.
How does that work for exposure for your lawn business with having the community events and stuff? Do you get extra recognition?
Yeah. It's beautiful and word of mouth. And, you go to a customer, you can put the flyer in there. And It's just a beautiful thing. And, I appreciate all the people that spread the word. And my networking system is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Now, do you feel with all these groups that you've started, do you feel that growing up there was enough of that type of support? Or is it totally different now?
I think it's totally different now with social media. Social media opened up so many doors and so many opportunities for everybody to have a voice. But when you use your voice to good, then people kind of gravitate to it. It was similar things going around on Facebook, to the group. I can't lie, but I didn't want to be a part of a lot of that, so I just started my own thing, and thank God it worked out for me.
What was life like growing up for you in Hartford?
Oh man, North End. it was a bigger sense of community back in where I grew up, even though it was bad. Right across the street was Stowe Village. Earl Street was no picnic. You got the Avenue a mile away. You got Main Street. You got your violence. You got all, but there was a beautiful sense of community back in the day. Where everybody looked out for each other. Your parents was here, your aunt was here, your friends down the street, they helped raise you. So I think that was a beautiful thing. My school's right up the street. If I act up in school, my mom would literally walk right across the street and, handle her business. So, and it worked. So, shout out to my mother.
Yeah, that's great. All right.
And the basketball circuit in Hartford was crazy. You got different ball groups and families. You got, obviously the Hendersons, the Jernigans, and everybody affiliated with that. You grow up on the North End, you play at Parker Center, you got the Nelton Court kids, you got Naugatuck kids, you got everybody, and they come. It's just like basketball. It's like, in Connecticut, you got to come to Hartford to be the best.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, playing in a bunch of different leagues now, just seeing the way people can play. Me growing up in a country town, it's completely different. It's definitely helped me, playing these last few years, playing with these guys. And, I give them so much credit for what they've accomplished and, any way that they've helped me get better as a person as well.
So when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing. Actually, I started, you shoot at the crate when you're young. But I didn't really learn the basics of basketball and how it worked and everything until I was probably about 13. I would always watch it, but to actually go out there and me being like tall, I was like 13 years old, probably like 6'2", but dribbling and the mechanics on I couldn't quite grasp it.
Yeah,
So just all summer, something in me just practice. And older guys, me being tall, they would always pick me. They say, all right, we got, they call me, we got Mutombo. When you get older, you're going to be nice. So, shout out to Corey G. He in the group too. And he picked me, and I worked on it, and, I got better. But, growing up in the North End, and then we moved to Manchester, it was definitely a beautiful thing. I just love the game of basketball. What it does for kids, confidence, and camaraderie, everything. It just, it's a beautiful sport. Beautiful sport.
So now, growing up, I'm playing with your brother Colby. What were those games like? Were they that intense?
See, but that's the thing about Colby is he's 2 years younger than me, and Colby, he was always short. He was never a tall kid. I was always the tall one. He caught up around junior year in high school. That's when, I was a senior at Weaver. He was, I want to say sophomore at Prince Tech. And he's still way shorter than me. And then he caught a spurt late, and that's when so he was never any competition for me. We still go at it. We still go at it. We had a verbal sparring about who's better, but I'm big brother for a reason.
Right.
Big brother for a reason. I love my brother. You could take the crown now. You can have it. I got the Achilles injury. I'm done playing ball, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
How did you get the injury?
Oh man, Spanish League. League. Shout out to everybody in the Spanish League, Lupo, everybody. Shout out to Nooney, because I got a story from the Nooney. Reached out to me. He said, "Yo, we need you to play. We got some minutes. 10 minutes. Back up your brother. 10 minutes." I said, "I'm done with basketball. I'm done with basketball." He said, "Just come give me 10 good minutes off the bench for your brother. Let him get his rest and come back here." I said, "All right, I'll play. Whatever." So I go to the game, first game, me, my brother, Bishop, everybody. We warming up in everything loose, everything feel good. So we get in the game, the ball get tipped out or bobbled out or something like towards half court. And I went out to go get it, and my teammate already beat me out there, so I'm kind of like half jotting. I just heard a pop, said, "Wow!" And it felt like somebody tripped me, kicked the back of my foot. So I look back. See who tripped me. It was nobody there. Yeah. And I looked at Nooney like this. I'm done.
That's
said,
rough.
"You done?" I said, "I'm done. I pointed at my foot. He already knew. He's like, "Oh, man." I looked at Mike Jones. I looked at my brother. Yeah. I'm out. And that was the end of it. I walked up the bleachers, walked in my truck, and walked to the doctor, man. I mean, drove to the doctor, and that was all she wrote, man. 6 to 8 months now. That was 3 months ago, so
now you should have stuck to your gut.
Yeah,
no more playing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I paid for it. That's why I can only kick myself. But, shout out to the whole Pacer team, man. Everybody. I still love y'all. I wish we could have won the chip.
Yeah, I'm definitely disappointed this year after playing last year.
Yeah. You played the Pacers last year?
I didn't play against them, but they were definitely in that Final Four category with us.
Okay.
We were the Cavs last year, but shout out to the Rockets this year. That's who they are this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on, we're gonna play a little game with you.
Oh, man.
It's the first of its kind.
Oh, man.
He has no idea what this is.
Dun.
So what this is celebrity or sports celebrity face mash. And shout out to everyone at the Hidden Still, Stoff, Sean. I know you guys are watching
Hidden
there.
Still.
Where I do trivia, this is something I do there, but I figured I'd turn it into a little sporty game here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys at home and Dorell a picture of two sports athletes, their faces put together. And I'm going to see if he can tell me the two faces that are in this one picture.
Oh, man.
So we're going to start off.
Good luck, Dorell.
Yeah, I'm going to need it.
I'm going to start off a little easy. This is your first picture is this. Can you tell me the two athletes that are in this?
That's A-Rod and Shaq? Who's that?
You are so close. You got one of them right. I'll tell you.
Half and half.
You know that's A-Rod.
You got no. You got Shaq. The other one is so close.
That's definitely Shaq.
Definitely Shaq.
Yep, definitely Shaq. Yep, we'll
Not
give you
A-Rod.
that.
I mean, Derek Jeter, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm bugging.
That's great. Thank you.
I'm thinking like, I said that gotta be A-Rod, and I'm just got the wrong player.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's good. All right, so in your second one is
I don't like losing.
this.
I don't like losing.
This is your second one, and it's all right. It's a little tough, but here's your second picture. Is this?
Tom
Can
Brady.
you tell me the two players?
Tom Brady and
This is tough. I'll give you. You got Tom Brady right.
yeah.
And the next one is a hockey player.
Oh man, I'm done. I'm
Done?
done. Sidney Crosby. That's the only one I know.
And,
man.
2 for 2.
you got it. It was Sidney Crosby.
Okay, there we go.
And then we go to the hardest and the most ugliest looking one that doesn't really kind of go together too well. But all right, I'll give
It's
it.
not our fault. It's the website's fault.
Yeah, you know. And here is your third and your final picture.
What, man?
Can you tell me who these two are? And no, it's not Prince.
I hope not. That's. I don't know what that is, man.
Baby Spice and
just-
I don't know what that is.
Take a look at his hat. That'll give you a hint.
Oh, Tiger Woods and...
All right. And the last one is a soccer player.
Oh, man.
A very common soccer player.
Yep.
Very common. Ah, man.
Say the only one you know. You might get it right.
The Benatelli. He the only one. Messi.
Close.
Ronaldo.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
The most famous ones I can name, man.
He was that worried, and he did so well at it.
Yeah, I was
even if
worried.
it took its second chance.
Yeah, I appreciate the lifelines you guys.
Yeah, no worries. Always doing lifelines. So that was a fun little game that we had to, kind of play with you a little bit. And now we're gonna go off on something else, a little something else. This isn't gonna be a game. Now we're gonna talk a little sports, and we're gonna show. I'm gonna show everyone a clip of what happens when you celebrate too soon. And I want to see if anyone can figure out what happened, why they celebrated too soon. So
pay close attention.
Yeah, pay close attention. So here's a clip. It is a high school softball game. It's a championship game, actually, where the team that celebrated, let's just say they didn't win. So here's the clip for you. They're losing now.
Oh, she's coming around third, going home.
And that is the game winner.
What?
Steve, why don't we rewind that right there to the beginning?
To the beginning? Okay.
I know we can't blow this up, but like we said, you got to pay very close attention.
Okay, so here it is. We're going to play it again, and I'll pause it where it needs to be paused. They throw it to second base. Mm-hmm. She starts celebrating at second base. Now, if you look to the left, now watch the umpire's arm. He goes safe. He called the play safe. They thought they got the out.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the team runs home. And just keep playing. You keep playing until you can't. Wow. And there you go. And that's how they won. So the other team celebrated thinking they were winning.
That hurt.
Yeah, and that was this past week. And
that's got to be at ESPN's top 10 right there.
Or bottom. Or the not top 10. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that was a championship game?
That was a championship game.
Oh, man.
So now my question is, either of you ever prematurely celebrated and then got bit at all? Not necessarily championship game, just wondering.
I can't say that ever happened to me, man.
That's good.
It definitely has happened to me, but it wasn't me or my team that celebrated. It was back in middle school. We were playing against Wyndham, and we got a rebound, and the other team already thought the clock expired.
Yeah.
And my friend hit me with a pass at the free throw line. And I just went and shot it, and then the buzzer went off, and then they didn't know what to do, and that tied the game going into overtime, which we did lose. But for now on, anytime I see my middle school coach, he says, you know what, that's one of the things that always stuck out to me every single time.
I lost. Yeah, okay. YMCA over 30 league. Not this past year because we won that title. Shout out to everybody on that team.
Hearing for a repeat. That's what I'm hearing.
We won that league, but the year before in the championship game, and we said the only shot that beats us is a 3-pointer. Only shot that beats us is a 3-pointer. And they go drive the ball because they could have tied it with a 2. They drove the ball, and I blocked the ball. I block it to 3-point line. So my job is done. Either get the rebound or block the shot. I blocked the shot. My teammates kind of drifted off to the side, all right, we blocked the shot, the game over. It landed right into the other guy's hand, and he shot a 3, and it went in. We lost at the championship game at the buzzer.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that hurt.
That's
the championship game.
And this was who again that shot that 3?
I don't know. Who was that? Oh, man.
Not Beast.
Go figure.
He ain't a friend of mine. He's not a friend of mine. That hurt at the buzzer, but the next year, like I said, we came back last year and we won the title over 30 league.
I can't wait for another couple of years to finally be able to get involved with that.
Nah,
they keep asking me now, but
you better hope that I'm not playing then.
Listen, you said you're done.
Exactly.
I'm done.
I'm gonna run the team by you. Do we got the time I can run this team? All right, it was me, my brother Kobe. It was Keandre Gillespie. Shout out to Kiki. It was Eric Holly. Shout out to Holly. We had Dave Love. We had Darrell Brown. We had who else we had? What's the dude? Dude was gunning. Shout out to you, but you was gunning. I forgot my man's name, man. We had a very long kill squad, and we beat everybody. The only games we lost is when I ain't coming.
Oh,
but we won the chip. Just so we defending champions. What can I say?
Well, talking basketball, what do you think about Curry returning for Game 3?
Sit down, man.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sit down. Stay out.
Stay out, man, because you don't want to.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Let it go, man. Your team's doing good. Without you, they look pretty impressive the other night. Sit out, because if you get hurt and you tear it even worse than it's already, you don't want them problems. You already got weak ankles. If you can hear me out there, Curry and whatever word, sit down, man. You don't want to mess up your career, man.
We're gonna tweet him.
Yeah.
That's another. Well, that's another thing, because not just coming back and getting re-hurt for the this season. Yeah. There's a lot more to it, because it's not like he's going away anytime soon. So as long as injuries allow him,
how old is he? 27, 28, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
He ain't spring chicken no more, Curry, man. Spring chicken no more, man. I love Curry though. I love watching him play. Though. Yeah. Love watching him. He's my second favorite player to watch in the NBA.
Oh yeah. And who's the first?
Yeah.
KD. I'm a Kevin Durant fan.
All right. Shout out to the Longhorns.
Yeah, definitely Texas. But yeah, he should sit out, man. I want the best for him. I don't want to see him become another Grant Hill or like Penny Hardaway or somebody who could have been, if they, I just don't want to see that happen to him.
Another thing that happened is Dirk is staying with the Mavs now. He opted out of his deal and he's going to stay with the Mavs, and
he's a lifer there.
Yep.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. He did it the right way. So he took a pay cut.
Yep.
He did the Duncan thing.
Yeah. So that's great.
You can only respect that.
Yeah.
And if you ever get a chance on Netflix, he's got a very interesting documentary as well. I guess he works with a guy back in his country, and he's very into science, and that's what's helped Dirk develop such a nice jump shot, I guess, from what they were saying.
Everything's science.
Yeah, and it was all done on the computer too. They had, this
kind of like sports science with ESPN.
Basically.
Yeah, that's awesome. Another thing, going to football, the Seahawks now will, for this year, no one will wear the 24, Marshawn Lynch's jersey. No one will wear that number for the whole season, at least, because I don't know. That was one of the deals with the GM when Lynch left, but I don't know.
Dude's crazy.
You think he might want to come back after a year, take a year off, and that's why he doesn't want anyone to take his number, or is he just does not want anyone to take his number?
I think he just feel. I don't know. I don't know. Because I think he still feels a little disrespected by the Super Bowl thing, man.
Yeah, well, right.
Yeah, and then they kind of left a bitter taste in his mouth. And I think they should leave the number alone. He's he's respected amongst the greats.
Yeah.
They respect him. They love him. The city love him.
Oh, yeah.
Leave the number alone. Even after this year, leave the number alone. Leave the number alone.
Yeah.
They should have left Michael Irvin's number alone. No shot at the Cowboys.
So, do you have a team for
New York
NFL
Football Giants?
All right,
of course.
Right. Well, so I shouldn't talk about Free Brady right now or any of that stuff.
No, because then we'll have Deflategate going on to beat them.
Let him sit. Let Brady sit. You get a lot of attention during the season. Let him sit.
It's just a 4-game head start for him. That's all it is. And speaking about the Patriots, Steve Belichick, which is Bill's son, is now he just got promoted to the safeties coach, following in his dad's footsteps, which is kind of cool to see that, and him working with his dad, and hopefully, hey, who knows, maybe he could be as good as Bill, or not as good, but at least competitive, take over.
Hopefully he'll learn something.
When him and Brady retire together, because that's the only way they're both going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about, love or hate Belichick, he got a nice system going.
Yeah.
He's a rival of mine, but you got to respect him. He keep his circle tight.
Yep.
You don't hear too many things about, the inner workings of, locker room or, any funny thing. You just keep it tight. Even after they retire, Brewski, you don't talk much about the Patriots. You know, and Woodson, not Woodson. What's the guy's name? Harrison.
Yeah.
The one we caught the Super Bowl catch on that one. That
Yeah.
Harrison. Yeah. They don't talk about. They don't talk bad about the organization. They don't talk about the organization. They don't talk too much about anything. So I like the way their organization run. I can only tip my hat to them.
Yeah, that's awesome. They hopefully see what happens this year. I know they drafted a quarterback, and I think they're going to go with Garoppolo in the beginning of the season because obviously the 4 games that.
Listen, he's gonna appeal. He's gonna be there for the beginning of the season.
I don't think so.
I think it's just better off just to sit down, lose the 4 games, get it over with, put it in the past, and go work towards if you want to win another trophy or whatever you want to do for the rest of your career because there's not much left. Stop dragging it on. That's just my opinion on that.
Hey, look at it too. You better hope they win the rest of the games if they lose those first 4 without him.
I agree. I heard the AFC is supposed to be a lot better this year.
And we don't want the wild card. We need straight playoffs.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Are you a Patriots fan?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we got. Don't worry.
Speaking of Patriots, please watch Saturday's episode where Steve and I both have Patriots jerseys.
We got Gronk right here. He sits in between us.
Love Gronk.
A little signed autograph of Gronk.
And you definitely gotta respect him. That guy has not spent a single penny of his paycheck. All his money is spent from endorsement money.
NFL players take notes.
Yeah.
Take notes.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, kind of what we're talking about Gronk, I kind of wanted to bring this up. We talked about it Saturday a little bit, him and I. But, how Gronk parties and, he has a good time and, some things cross the borderline of going over the line.
Like the cruise ship thing.
That's exactly, that's what I brought up on Saturday. Now, what's in your opinion, I want your opinion, what's your difference between that and what Manziel's been doing?
Manziel is a little more is more reckless.
Okay.
Gronk, you only hear about Gronk when he does crazy things. He
has a good time though, but he's not.
He lives like a frat boy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes.
Manziel, he lives like a drug addict.
Yep. Okay.
And not that I'm not judging you or anything that, but you act like a spoiled rich kid. That's all it is, man.
Yep.
You go out there, party, you take flights to Vegas right before your game. Like you should be with your team. Right. Gronk don't do that. Gronk, he stays within the confines of the organization. He may push it, just like that little brother. You keep pushing you, but I mean, to my knowledge, he hasn't done it except for the little there's a little stripper thingy. But, come on, I'm not.
No, yeah,
you're a guy, man. But
because some people like to say, how can you go hard on not on everything Manziel's done because Manziel has done.
Yeah,
plenty, but
not even the same.
Even the same. Yeah, just wanted to get your opinion on that. And what do you think is going to happen with Manziel? You think anyone will pick him up besides Jerry Jones from the Cowboys? Because he's still drooling over him.
I don't think because he had the opportunity to make a move on him.
He did. Yeah, I mean, not even just that, but in the draft, he had a quarterback that he was going to pick up, and he left on that.
Yep. So I don't think anybody's going to pick it. First of all, he's undersized. Second of all, his agent situation keeps, he got dropped by one agent. He picked up another one, and he got dropped by him too. So obviously he has a control issue. He doesn't have a structure, man. He doesn't need NFL money.
Right.
So him losing the check there it's not hurting him anyway. Until it hurts his pockets or somebody within his circle pulls him to the side, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to take that risk. New York, don't do it, New York. Don't do it.
No, I know. The only Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. I mean, you're a Giants fan, so you might appreciate, but they always pick up the troubled ones.
Who?
The
Cowboys.
Cowboys, the boys.
Hey, but they got smart. They let Hardy go.
Yes, they did. They finally,
Shout out the Cowboys for letting him go.
Yeah.
I can't respect that guy.
No, not a problem. All right, and one of the other things is the Yankees got swept by the Red Sox. I don't know if you're a baseball fan.
I'm not a baseball fan.
But you like the
But
Yankees?
when I do follow baseball, it is the Red Sox. I do not.
All right.
I don't.
No, this is funny because, I'm a Bruins fan. I'm a Patriots fan. But I am a Yankees fan.
Nah.
I
like their hats. That's it. I like, they
so
got
like
a classy
Jay-Z thing, right?
Yeah, they got a classy. Yeah, that's a Yankees hat too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is
nice hat. But I mean, nah. I like A-Rod.
Yeah.
I like Derek Jeter. It seem like classy guys behind a little story thing, but I'm not judging you. So, hats off to him, man.
No pun intended.
Yeah, man. they got swept, man. There's a lot of people in the group that post about that.
Oh,
man.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they got their little rivalry within the group. So.
Hey, we deserve it. We came in last place last 2 years. We're finally up there again. Finally.
Shout out to the Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah, there you go. Doing the sweep. Other than that, anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you got?
Any other
any shout-outs?
Tournaments? Any
charity events?
Other shout-outs?
Listen,
charity events,
we
like
have,
you said?
We have so many every year.
Yeah.
We have blanket drives. We have the Christmas toy drive. Any organization or anyone that wants to donate, you can reach me at wcmovement860@gmail.com.
And I'll put that in the comments down below right here.
Drop it
down,
down
like drop it down low right there.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. wcmovement860@gmail.com. That's my direct email. I always answer it. Pops up right up on my phone on my new little tablet right here.
Yeah.
Get ready for everything that we got coming up. The basketball tournament, 3-on-3. Hopefully, we'll have a poker tournament. Hopefully, we'll have a chess tournament. And we want to put a lot of programs in schools to get kids started, man.
Yeah.
Sports are important. You play sports. Play sports.
Mm-hmm.
You into sports. It builds structure. It gives a good foundation. Friends, confidence, everything.
Yeah.
So, get involved. Any other questions in Facebook? You can reach me, either through Winnerz Circle Sports page, or you can go to my direct page, Dorell Henderson, Dorell, on Facebook.
That's great. All right. Well,
and actually, one more thing while we're talking about charities, Dorell, will I be seeing you at my tournament? We are defending champions with your brother.
What? Nah, you won't see. I'll go there to support I love watching my brother play, man. I'm his biggest fan and his toughest critic. I'll be.
It's definitely gonna be big. I don't know if you've seen the flyers or not, but it's gonna be.
No, you gotta tag me in the flyer, man.
All right, I'll make sure to do that. But it is gonna be a full weekend, June 25th, 26th. Everybody, please remember that as well. From what I'm hearing, our boy Bruce, shout out to Bruce.
Oh yeah, what
and
up,
the
Bruce,
Connecticut flight team. Apparently, they feel they're gonna be coming in and trying to take that championship away from us. July 2nd, we will be at the Basketball Hall of Fame for that game. Hopefully, it will come down to the Connecticut flight and us, the Pacer squad. We'll see what happens with that. But the biggest thing, all proceeds go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Recently, just last weekend, actually, they had a Make-A-Wish Day. They had Big Show, Natalia, and
casino,
Eva Maria.
right?
They were at Mohegan Sun. Granted, a boy's wish come true, which had to have been obviously to meet them.
Yeah.
He got to hold the WWE title. They're definitely very involved with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
All right, great. Thank you very much for coming on, Dorell. Really appreciate it.
Me.
Everyone, check out the Winnerz Circle. Talk some sports. Talk some crap.
Check
have
us
some
out on
fun.
YouTube.
And don't
always YouTube.
Yeah, always YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel down below for all the other great videos. And next week we will have Chris Prescott coming on the show, and that is him right there. He'll be up. We'll talk a lot about more basketball with him.
College career, his pro career over in Panama, and where he's hoping to go next to play professionally overseas.
Yep. And until then, we will see you guys back on the Steve and Jay SportsCast. And don't forget to try local beer, Cold Creek Brewery, our official sponsor.